The other thing is that you might want to take a look at the materials and see how they're working. Because it was a GLTF, it should be fine, but let's go to shading and let's look at it. Now, look at what Sketchfab does. It does some weird things. It's using this weird camera ray thing and then a transparent, oh, because it had transparency on the
Oh, yeah.
eyeballs. And then it's using emission to make it like fully like unlit, in other words, or fully lit, depending on how you think of it. I like replacing all this. I'm going to actually grab all this junk in the middle and just hit X to delete it. And I'm going to replace that, like we talked about last time. You can watch the video from last week with a background node and just plug it through there. It'll be cheaper and simpler. Now, it doesn't have the transparent eyeball action happening, but I can also fix that by just pulling those out a little bit. And actually, why don't I just do that while I'm here? Um, oh, they're doing some really, look at this interesting, they have like a backer in there
Mm-hmm.
uh, to be white, I guess, so that they could make it transparent. This is like way more complicated than it needed to be, but this is real life. This will happen to you. You'll open up a model and be like, ugh, what is this? So anyway,
Yeah, and I mean, it really depends on like what they were originally using it for. Like, you have no idea when you see it on Sketchfab. Like maybe they had the original was animated or rigged with the eyes or something
maybe it
like
was in
that.
a
And
mobile
so,
game or something. I
yeah, who
don't know. Who
knows? So,
knows? So what I do is I try to select like one vertex of the things that I care about, and then I can hit Control L, and that'll select all the linked verts from that thing. Oh, look at that! It's like in half. Ugh. So here's another pro tip. Whenever you bring in models that were converted like this from one format to another, what will often happen is the vertices can be split. Now, it's hard to
mm,
tell in this model if or where that's happening, but you just saw it on the eyeball. So what I'm going to do is select all the verts, just hit A, and then I'm going to do a merge by distance. So any verts that are like right on top of another one will get merged together. So I just type the letter M, and then under this merge option, just choose by distance.
and we should be able to look at the vertex count and see it go down if
It
this
just
did
said
anything
at the
right. Yeah.
bottom of the screen, removed 442 vertices.
Yeah.
So that was good.
Okay.
We got rid of a bunch of junk that we probably didn't need and will not miss. Uh, but what I'm going to do now is select one of those. It's hard to select these because they're like inside this thing.
Inside. Yeah.
If I go to wireframe mode, it's easier, but then it's hard to see. And so anyway, I'm going to select one of these, Control L, because I merged. Now they just came together. I'm going to do the same on the other one. If I can zoom in there, I'm going Shift. Oh, I can't quite reach it. There we go. And then Control L. And now that I have both of these in edit mode, I'm going to move to a side view. And I'm just going to slide these out maybe about there so that they're like sticking out.
Mhm.
And that'll look virtually the same. And I don't have to worry about the transparency of this thing. The other thing is that these are flipped. The normals of these eyeballs are flipped, so all the faces are pointing inward,
Mhm.
which is how you were able to see these in the first place. But I'm going to get rid of all the unnecessary junk. This, every model's different. You may or may not run into these sorts of things, but I'm going to select these guys and Control L. So that selected all of those, and then I'm going to flip the normals. I just hit Alt N, N is in normal, and choose flip. There, and now they face outward. And for those of you that are annoyed by things like why are these extra guys inside here, like these weird shells of meshes, you could go ahead and get rid of those if you want. Unfortunately, because I merged, now it doesn't know the difference between those and the, well, whatever. Let's just
It's
leave it.
fine.
Who
Yeah.
cares? We're not going to spend all day modeling. And that's pretty good. And I'm going to hit save. And now we have this ready to go.